So I'm here with Jerry, and she is from Thailand, and we're talking about islands. So these islands in Thailand get a lot of tourists.
Yes, right.
Thailand probably gets more tourists to its islands than any other country in the world. How is there any concerns about the environment or development on the islands?
Yes, of course. So wherever there are people, there's always an effect on the environment. And you see this a lot, especially on the most visited islands such as Phuket and Samui, with the development of condominiums, schools, malls, leads, deforestation, of course, and more pollution. You also see the effects more on the more vulnerable islands, like the smaller islands, such as I think called Phi Phi or Koh Lanta. All of the islands used to be full of trees and used to be national parks, and now with the people taking speedboats and everything, you really see the oils on the sea. The coral reefs are not as colorful as they should be. All the plastic that comes with, getting food boxes, plastic straws. Yeah, and you really see the ecosystem in the sea are affected.
Yeah, that's really tough. That's a problem that we have to solve everywhere in the world, it seems like, especially the plastic. Do you know about Easter Island in Chile? With the big stone statues?
No, not so much.
Okay. I'll just hang on. I'll just lead in another way. Yeah, that reminds me of Easter Island, which is, famous in Chile for its really large stone monuments, like the stone faces. And they couldn't figure out how the people disappeared or why they disappeared, and now they think it's because they cut down all the trees.
Oh, wow.
And after they cut down all the trees, that basically destroyed the environment, and the people couldn't survive anymore, so they had to leave the island. So islands really are vulnerable, especially with their trees, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one of the reasons I really like Gochang.
Yeah.
Because you can only develop on one side of the road.
Yeah.
So there's a road around the island, and if it's on the beach side, you can develop, but anything inland on the other side of the road, there's pretty much no development. Yeah.
Yes. But there are also, on the positive side, you see, when there are things bad things happening to environment, you see innovation, people actually coming up with ideas. So a lot of hotel chains, for example, are becoming more sustainable. They're incorporating metal straws, paper straws. So you do see some changes, but there's a long way to go.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Eventually business can find a solution.
Yeah,
it's in their best interest, right? Oh, that's really nice. So what about the economy? So I guess the biggest jobs are the resorts?
Yes, so the Thai economy relies on tourists. The hotels, the restaurants. That's where we get our money flowing, I would say.
Right, so that's you get the capital influx from other countries.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So you live in Bangkok. Out of curiosity, how often do you get to a resort or to the beach?
More than I should, to be honest. I love the island, so every opportunity I get, I'll fly down south and then visit the different ones. But yeah, as I mentioned, my favorite one would be called Phangan. Yeah.
Can you fly directly from Bangkok to Koh Phangan?
Yes. Not directly, but you can fly to the mainland, which is Surat Thani. And it's actually nice just to spend a day there because Surat Thani, there's a culture there, and then you get to try the authentic southern food before you actually go to the islands, and it becomes a little bit more Western, with the taste and everything. So that's my recommendation. And then the next day you can just go to the pier and take a ferry to the different islands you want to go to.
Oh, wow. So I definitely want to take your advice.
Thank you.
Cool. That's really nice. So I'm here in Bangkok with Jerry, and she is Thai. And Jerry, I thought we would talk about Thai islands.
Of course.
There are some major islands. Can you first talk about the major resort islands in Thailand?
Yes. So as most of you know, Thailand is probably visited because of its islands. So the most well-known ones would be Phuket and Koh Samui, which are both down south in Surat Thani. And yeah, I think those are like the main destinations. They have changed quite a lot since the last 10 years. It's quite developed, so it's an island where, you know, if you really want like a very nice resort and have like a convenient list, like malls everywhere. There's also like international schools, so a lot of people now move to live to Phuket or Koh Samui. It's like a little Bangkok, but by the beach.
Oh, really? Yes. Wow. And Phuket really, developed quickly after the terrible tsunami, right? So it's really rebounded, and now it's quite vibrant, correct?
Yes, correct, yeah.
Okay. So both Samui and Phuket are the more traditional, maybe tourist package islands.
Yes.
Are there some smaller islands or less known islands that you would recommend?
Yes, we have a lot of islands in Thailand, but just near Koh Samui, you have Koh Phangan, which is also known for its full moon party. That is, the high season. But Koh Phangan is actually really nice. That, like, apart from the full moon, if you visit the other less well-known beaches, Hat Rin, which is where the full moon party happens, there's a lot of, like, hidden beaches that is very quiet, very relaxed, and it's still not as developed as Koh Samui, so you still feel that like island lifestyle. There's a lot of small businesses, local shops.
Oh, that sounds nice. You know, I actually have not been to Koh Phangan, but I've been to Koh Tao, and that's the diving island, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you talk about that?
Yes, of course. So Koh Tao is known for its crystal clear water and corals for diving, so a lot of people go there to get their diving certificate. That's actually the best place to do it, and you can spend like 3 days there, do the course, and then the island itself is also it's quite remote, so there's like a few stores, not as much as in Koh Phangan, but yeah, it's nice and quiet. And
oh, that's beautiful. And there's some other ones too, right? So there's Koh Chang. Can you talk about that?
Yes, Koh Chang is closer to Bangkok, so you can drive there. It takes about 5 hours. It's in Trat province. Koh Chang is a big island, and there's a lot. Some people like it, some people don't, because it's less vibrant, I would say, compared to like Koh Samui or Phuket. But there's a lot of like big resorts there, and the beach is also really beautiful.
Yeah, I have to confess, it's my favorite island by far. So I first went there 25 years ago, and it was really quiet then. I mean, incredibly quiet. And the movie came out, The Beach, and I remember when I saw that movie, I'm like, oh, that's Koh Chang. There was nothing to do on the island, and so it's beautiful. It's a national park, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. There's another little one near Bangkok called Koh Samet, correct?
Yes. That's a very popular one, especially for Thais to go during the weekend. It's like a 2 hours drive from Bangkok in Chonburi province. And yeah, all you do is you drive there, and then you take a quick boat, about 30 minutes to. It's also a national park, so there's entrance fee, but it's really nice. You have the beaches are smaller, but there's like different beaches, and a recommended activity would be just to rent a bike and then drive around the island. Takes about like half a day, but different all the beaches have their own unique character, which is nice to see.
Oh, that's so awesome. Actually, when I was there years ago, I don't think they had the road around the island, but I remember it was just amazing, beautiful beaches. So there's two more that are quite famous, or one that's very famous, and that's Koh Phi Phi. That's way down in the south, and there's also Koh Lanta, which is not too far away, I think, as well. So can you talk about those?
Yes. These two I haven't visited. I don't remember visiting them, but I know like a lot of people go there for its clear water, and Koh Phi Phi, I believe, has the well-known like sand in the middle of the ocean that you can walk across one island to the other, and it's known for like, you know, taking a boat, and the water is like very clear. And Koh Lanta, Koh Lanta, I think it's also known for the same reason as Koh Phi Phi. For its crystal clear water, and there's like beautiful resorts there too.
Great. Okay, so I'm going to put you on the spot. If you had to choose one island to visit, recommend one place, where would you go?
Koh Phangan.
Koh Phangan.
Without thinking, yes, absolutely,
really?
Yes.
And why?
It's a place that feels like home to me because my mom is there as well. So we know the locals, which makes a difference. Like it's and also I think the island hasn't, it's not developed, but there's also like things to see, and you really feel like you're on holiday. You really feel like you're going on an adventure.
Oh man, I think I want to go there right now.
Yeah, you should.
I'm serious. I have a week, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to